Welcome to Bay Sunday. I'm your host, Michelle Griego, in for Kenny Choi. After the election, some Silicon Valley tech execs decided they needed to get outside the Bay Area bubble, so they piled onto a bus and took an old-fashioned cross-country road trip. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was on the bus, and so was my guest, Josh Reeves, CEO of Gusto's, and he's here to download his experience. Welcome to Bay Sunday.
Wonderful to be here. And I can quickly mention, so it was separate trips. I think Mark did a longer journey across the country. We were in an RV for about 2 weeks on the trip.
For about 2 weeks on the trip, an RV. Yeah. You slept in the RV.
I did, and I drove a fair bit of the way. My colleague drove a lot of it as well.
Okay, what did you, I know you wanted to visit small business owners. What did you learn along the way?
Yes, our goal was really to celebrate small businesses, companies that don't get as much attention. Those are the types of companies we serve at Gusto. And some of the things I learned, number one, it was more of a validation, but these companies are very focused on their people, whether it's their customers, their communities, their employees. Something in Silicon Valley, in tech at least, we get caught up a lot in discussing valuations and financings and things like that. It was kind of reassuring to go back to the basics of what it means to run a real business.
Well, we do have some video of that trip, so let's take a look. Okay, so that's the RV.
That is the RV.
That was your home for 2 weeks.
It was wrapped. It took us a lot of time to unwrap the RV, I'll mention, but that was a fun project once we got to Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, so you drove from here all the way to Florida.
4,137 miles.
Wow. Besides, I mean, were there any fights inside the RV? That's what I really want to know. Because that's a long time to be with a lot of people.
4 people in an RV for 2 weeks. No, it actually surprisingly worked out really well. I'd never been in an RV before, so we were able to do some fun things like 7-minute workout while we were in the RV, and then a lot of it was prepping for these visits with small businesses.
Yeah, any big surprises along the way?
I guess we were trying to be very open to just serendipity. So the cool thing to me was having folks tweet us, post photos on social media. In Little Rock, Arkansas, we met with a nonprofit called Urban Promise that helps high school kids kind of develop job skills, and they took us on a hike. We went and had some amazing fried catfish. So I think there was a whole being open to serendipity and hearing the stories of the trip, not just having it all be planned out. So
my question, you said that when you visited some of these small businesses, they really focused on the people. Did that make you change some of the ways when you got back to Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I think, you know, I love being here. I was born and raised in the Bay Area. You know, my parents worked in the area, and my dad was a high school teacher we were talking about earlier. I think the lesson is just to get back to the basics. You know, tech is such an amazing community. It gets us leverage. You know, Gusto, we can help 40,000 companies today. But at the end of the day, it is about people. So yeah, getting out and about more. I love to go visit our customers in the Bay Area, in our backyard. And just a reminder about that, because it can be an echo chamber at times.
So what does Middle America think about
Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
So I asked people that question. I was kind of a journalist on the trip. And number one, people had a very positive association. Innovation was the first word they said. They had this association of it being a place that creates things. But number two is a lot of folks felt like it was very far away. You know, there wasn't a lot of personal connection. It was a distant place. And so that, you know, was part of my hypothesis for the trip is we need to go out more and connect these different communities, especially if we're building technology companies, because that's where our customers are.
Sure. Any advice or other advice for tech leaders in Silicon Valley?
Yeah, do this type of trip. Get out there. If it's Zuck or if it's others, the more the merrier. My tips would be, number one, be open to serendipity, like the kind of business I met with in Little Rock. Don't have everything be planned out. Do it in a humble way. So when we were going to these companies, you know, we were making sure that they knew we were there to spotlight them. We gave them this award where they could donate money to charity. We wanted to work around their schedule. And then 3 is, you know, just enjoy the journey.
Yeah, and they were really open to you. They were inviting to you when you did get there, right?
They were. So we had people bring their families. They had their kids come out of school to welcome us. You know, it was a really special moment. It was very, it was amazing. It was an honor to be there with them.
It sounds like a great trip. You think you'll do it again?
I think so. It could be an annual tradition.
Okay, sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about the journey. And next, we are going on a Roman holiday when Bay Sunday returns after the break.